Somebody took something today that didn't belong to him.
Well, who does it belong to?
First, let's talk about who's got it.
An attaché case.
That's right.
Like that one over there.
Empty. Okay, Ryan, where's the stuff?
Waiting to be picked up.
If I were you, I wouldn't keep it waiting too long.
Maybe we ought to sit down and talk about it.
Pete, hold it.
Yeah, Pete, think of all the noise it's going to make and how many people are going to come running.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll take you someplace where there's nobody around. Put it away. This still doesn't mean you're out of the woods.
You waste me, you're never going to find out where the stash is. How are you going to explain that?
Who said we had to explain it to anybody?
Come off it, Wilson. You can't unload all that merchandise by yourself.
Well, what merchandise?
Diamonds, jade, who knows? There must be 1,000 lockers at the airport. Now, this key opens one of them. You'll notice there's no number on it. Now, you want to guess what locker it opens, or you want to play it my way?
Okay, Ryan, what do you want?
In for a piece.
Forget it. We're not an equal opportunity organization.
That's a pretty big decision for you to make on your own, isn't it?
We'll let you know.
And one more thing. I'm a little short on bread. Like about $500 for the key.
No, don't push your luck, Ryan.
I'm holding a pat hand.
Stick by the phone, we'll call you. If there's a deal, we'll meet you at 10th and Industrial.
I'd like it a little more public. Arcade Theater, Temple Street.
You know something, Ryan? You keep pushing, you're going to get burned real bad. You dream on that.
I'm all right. I got my security blanket.
Come on.
Down the drain yet, Jim?
Let's go through it again. Maybe we missed something. 2 thefts. When was the first one reported?
I learned about it last week. One of the actual thefts occurred over a month ago. The victim filed a claim loss, and the insurance investigator notified us.
That's pretty cold.
On that one, but on the second heist, no. That happened only day before yesterday.
Day, right in broad daylight.
Looks like it.
Somebody's got a good thing going.
And it seems to be snowballing. Now, let's pack it in. It's getting late. Pick it up in the morning. Grab that, will you?
Yeah, this is Mr. Hanson's office. Oh, wait a minute. He'll be right there. The guy we're supposed to meet, maybe we'll see him after all.
12-8-4, clear. 11-8, 12-8-15, roger. 12-8-17, 12-8-17, cancel your tower call. 12-8-15, hold handle.
This was in his pocket with your phone number on it, Mr. Hazard, so I called you. Was Customs interested in this man?
Well, that depends, Sergeant.
Yeah, who is he? Driver's license is issued to a Robert Jenkins. Card says he worked at the airport, freight handler.
We were interested.
We've been playing hide and seek with this guy. We got to meet with him, but he didn't keep it.
Mind telling me about what?
We hope to get some information from him about import thefts.
This was on him when the patrolman found him.
That was in that last stolen shipment of air freight?
to book this as evidence. So I guess that does it, unless you can give me a handle.
No, I'm afraid not. He called me twice, but he didn't tell me his name or where he was calling from.
Hijacked import stuff, huh?
That's right. Sergeant Wall, I'd like to ask your cooperation on something. Special Agent O'Hara has just been brought into this investigation. I'm going to set up a special meeting at the airport tomorrow. I'll take a whole new tack. That means you're giving us a clear field at that end.
No problem. If I get anything, you'll hear.
Thanks. We'll keep you informed on our end.
Funny what people kill for. Hunk of green stone.
Part of a shipment worth $200,000.
You know, if Jenkins hadn't changed his mind about meeting you, you'd have a case.
He'd still be alive.
There's an average of over 180 flights arriving here every 24 hours, 30 of them ours. Why is my line singled out for these thefts, and now this murder?
Because you're a major international carrier and all the thefts have involved imported merchandise.
I understand that, but Jenkins is one of our employees, and I'm vitally concerned with that.
Have you run a check on your employees lately?
Yes, of course. We have an excellent employee record.
How long had Jenkins worked for you?
8 years.
How about recent employees?
I can provide you with a complete checked list.
How about airport security?
Well, they've doubled their force in the past year, but it'll take an army to watch every piece of freight that goes through here.
Let's get a clear picture of what happened. International cargo is unloaded here, checked by a customs inspector, then transported here to a warehouse.
Well, the custom broker pays the import duty, calls his client, informs him that his shipment has arrived and is ready to be picked up.
Dick, what's the name of the broker that handled the hijacked shipment of jade?
Elliot Wyndham.
Now, Mr. Wyndham does a lot of business with our line. In fact, he supplies our prime customers.
Wyndham.
His brokerage represented both of the stolen shipments.
Well, that can't be anything but pure coincidence.
Mr. Hollander, we deal with the customs brokers all of the time. The record has been close to perfect. Jim, are you reaching for something?
Well, anything that might go together. Well, what's the distance between here and here?
A little less than a quarter of a mile.
Is the area guarded?
It's right out in the open. Hardly seems anybody try to steal anything there.
But the thefts could have occurred between these two points.
In customs jurisdiction.
The shipment of jade had a fat retail value. I assume Mr. Wyndham's client was insured.
It's a safe bet.
The duty's paid. The importer is paid in full for his losses.
Neat and tidy.
Not so neat and tidy for our airline, Mr. Miles.
Or for the man that was killed or for his family. But it is for the people that set up this operation, Mr. Hollander.
We're convinced that these thefts are the result of a highly efficient organization.
Beginning with somebody that knew the value of the shipments, when the flights were coming in, how they were going to be unloaded, and where they were going to be taken.
All right, how do you stop them?
Mr. Hollander, I want to put 2 men under, ostensibly on your payroll. That'll require your expediting their job applications. They'll be Special Agents O'Hara and Miles. Only you will know they're with Customs. We'll clear it with Union.
Certainly, anything I can do. But would that be pretty dangerous? Never knowing who you might be dealing with? And Jenkins' death was not an accident.
You just play it straight, Mr. Hollander, when you read what my background's going to be.
Thank you. You can report to the warehouse.
That about does it, Miss,
Williams. I told you to sign your name at the bottom, Mr. Ryan.
Sure. Something wrong?
Oh, no, I guess not. You have quite a background, Mr. Ryan.
Personnel file is strictly confidential, isn't it?
It is. What did you do before?
And what does it say, Mrs. Williams?
It says you were in prison. It also says you're to be given an opportunity, so you work the day shift from 7:30 to 3:30. You're to report to the cargo supervisor. His name is Mr. Mallory.
That's right.
Welcome aboard. Fellow over there is Les Williams. Introduce yourself.
Give him a hand. He'll teach you the ropes. Brian, did you ask for this shift, or was it assigned to you?
I didn't know I had a choice. Eddie Ryan.
Les Williams.
Mallory wants you to show me around.
Nothing much to the job, just a strong back and jump when Mallory says jump. Welcome to the ramp rats. You know how to drive a donkey?
Grab it by the ears.
Better get a pair of gloves for tomorrow.
Yeah, I haven't been doing much outside work lately.
Just because you're new don't mean you sit back and watch us do all the work.
Oh, I don't know. I might get sunstruck.
Man, I don't care if you get German measles. Give us a hand.
I still say if Koufax hadn't come up with that saw arm, he'd have broken every pitching record in the book.
Yeah, he might have.
Well, how do you like it so far? Kind of dull, huh?
It's a living. It can't be dull all the time. I heard there was a shipment stolen out here the other night.
Yeah, some kind of oriental carving. Jade, I think.
How'd he get away with it?
I don't know. Somebody must have snatched them before they got to the customs warehouse, I guess.
Right out here in this open space? You'd think somebody would have spotted it.
You think so? Hi, honey. Kathy, meet Eddie Ryan. He just started today. Eddie, meet the new bride.
Mr. Ryan and I have already met. I logged him aboard.
Sure. Listen, I'm sorry I had to start without you, honey. There's a flight due in. I'll see you later. Go ahead.
The guys with Mallory, who are they?
One on the left's a big-time customs broker, Wyndham. Man with him, don't know his name, works for Wyndham. Other one's the VP in charge of this airline, Holland.
You know, it's inconceivable to me that you wouldn't have maintained the tightest security on that shipment.
Mr. Wyndham, we do the best we can with what we've got. You should be informed, Mr. Hollander, that unless that shipment of art objects is recovered, we're prepared to take our client's business to another airline.
Tab? I'll split it with you.
You got anything?
Just blisters on my calluses.
Any idea how?
I'm working too close to the jam. The ammo and the thefts.
Sergeant Wall has the bullet that killed Jenkins. 45 automatic ammo.
Well, that's something.
And Hollander gave me a list of the recently hired employees. It includes Harry Wilson and Peter McAdams. We ran them through R&I. They're clean, but I thought you might like to keep an eye on them.
I met him. What about Wyndham?
Well, we're running an inquiry on him, too. Nice and discreet, but so far he seems straight.
Yeah, he and one of his assistants gave us a grand tour yesterday. They're mighty unhappy.
You keep rolling, Jim. Maybe you'll come up seventh. We'll give him something to smile about.
Okay.
A couple of these boxes came loose. I didn't want to lose them.
Gotta move on, get the stuff out of here.
Yeah.
I intercepted it off an incoming European flight. It's locked.
Customs jurisdiction, we can open it.
Wilson short-stopped it. Put it on domestic luggage. Diamonds. All right, call Hazard, fill them in. Stash these in a public locker. Hazard will want to notify the importer that we're going to hold these until we can work something out.
Chief got the okay from the diamond importer. He'll play along. We also set up a 24-hour surveillance along the locker. The number's 637. File off the number like you asked, Jim. We're getting close.
Wilson and McAdams are the bottom rung of the ladder.
But whoever's supposed to pick this up is going to be more than a little surprised.
I'm holding the hot dice. They got to come to me.
But they know you got it?
I was the only guy around.
Anyone ever tell you gotta buy a ticket when you want to get into a ball game? Inside. Somebody took something today that didn't belong to him.
Well, who does it belong to?
First, let's talk about who's got it.
An attaché case.
That's right.
Like that one over there.
Empty. Okay, Ryan, where's the stuff?
Waiting to be picked up.
If I were you, I wouldn't keep it waiting too long.
Maybe we ought to sit down and talk about it.
Pete, hold it.
Yeah, Pete, think of all the noise it's going to make and how many people are going to come running.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll take you someplace where there's nobody around. Put it away. This still doesn't mean you're out of the woods.
You waste me, you're never going to find out where the stash is. How are you going to explain that?
Who said we had to explain it to anybody?
Come off it, Wilson. You can't unload all that merchandise by yourself.
Well, what merchandise?
Diamonds, jade, who knows? There must be 1,000 lockers at the airport. Now, this key opens one of them. You'll notice there's no number on it. Now, you want to guess what locker it opens, or you want to play it my way?
Okay, Ryan, what do you want?
In for a piece.
Forget it. We're not an equal opportunity organization.
That's a pretty big decision for you to make on your own, isn't it?
We'll let you know.
And one more thing. I'm a little short on bread. Like about $500 for the key.
No, don't push your luck, Ryan.
I'm holding a pat hand.
Stick by the phone, we'll call you. If there's a deal, we'll meet you at 10th and Industrial.
I'd like it a little more public. Arcade Theater, Temple Street.
You know something, Ryan? You keep pushing, you're going to get burned real bad. You dream on that.
I'm all right. I got my security blanket.
Come on.
For half a minute, I thought we'd come in and shooting from the hip.
You got it all?
Every sweet word of it. I'm your witness, if we ever get to trial.
It's very comforting having you around. Yes, James O'Hara. I'd like to speak to Ben Hazard, please. Yeah, Ben. Wilson and McAdams just left. I offered them a deal. They're going to check it out. Yeah, if you okay it, I'm going to give them the key to the locker. That's right. Invitation to join the organization. No sweat. Miles had his ear to the door. Yeah, maybe this time we roll a 7. Okay. Get a look at the heat Wilson was carrying? Automatic. Yeah, 45. The ballistic report on Jenkins' murder. The gun was a 45. Wilson's first suggestion for a meet was industrial intent. Hello. I don't sound so happy about it. I'll be there. Wilson? Yeah, he says we talk now. Get that report to Hazard on Wilson's gun. Local PD might be interested. Also the address.
Industrial and 10th?
Yeah, right near the burned out building where Jenkins' body was found.
All right.
Where's the key?
Where's the cash?
Okay, the number. Come on, a locker number.
Goes with the other half of the deal, the meat.
Ooh, you're cute.
You got the key, Wilson, and you haven't got the number. Now run along like a nice little errand boy and tell your boss when he's ready to talk. I'll listen.
You'll be contacted. Let's go.
Got an extra ticket to the ball game tomorrow night if you'd like to go.
No, I can't, Les. I'm busy.
What's she look like?
Now watch out!
Eddie! My arm! I think it's busted. My head's coming apart at the seams.
Take it easy, you'll be all right. Is he hurt bad?
Yeah, get an ambulance.
Okay.
Had an accident.
Yeah, that's too bad.
That kid could have gotten killed by that accident you set up for me.
We set up. You've got to be kidding.
I mean, who would want to hurt a sweetheart like you?
No, those crates didn't fall. They were pushed.
We've been working right here all the time. Check with Mallory.
You couldn't stand the idea of all that stuff lying in the locker somewhere. So you decided to knock me off, play key in the lock until you found the right one. Now, fellas, that splits it right down the middle. Before I asked for a deal, now I'm not asking, I'm telling you.
Why don't you cool it? I said you'd be contacted.
I just got contacted by 1 ton of air freight. Now, meet the man, I'll meet him tonight. If that sounds like a squeeze play, you both get A.
Suppose the man don't want to listen.
Then I'll talk to somebody who will listen, like Customs. Play that one on him. Mrs. Williams, how is he?
A broken arm, a concussion, and he's under sedation.
Well, I just came by to tell you I'm sorry it happened and to see how he is.
You know, you were awfully lucky you weren't hurt. May I ask you a question, Mr. Ryan? Do you really believe what happened to Les was an accident?
Don't you?
With all the theft that's going on, I don't know.
You don't think Les was involved?
Not Les. I was thinking about your past. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel.
Don't apologize.
Mr. Ryan, isn't it possible that for some reason that accident was meant for you and not for my husband?
Anything is possible, Mrs. Williams.
Like Mr. Jenkins?
Who?
Bob Jenkins. You must have read about him in the paper. He's the man who was murdered because...
Know why Bob Jenkins was killed?
Well, you know what everyone's saying.
What are they saying?
Oh, it's just gossip. You can't stop people from talking when something like that happens. He worked as a ramp rat. Now, he must have known something about those deaths.
You think Les does too?
Frankly, I was thinking you were the one who should be talking to the police.
Don't you think that if either one of us knew anything at all, we'd both be talking to them?
I wonder what he would say if he knew who you really were. But don't worry, Mr. Ryan. Your past will remain in the files and confidential. I wouldn't want to destroy the way he feels about you. You see, he thinks of you as a friend. He told me to tell you those tickets to the baseball game. But They're yours if you want them. He said to go and take your girlfriend.
Thank you, but I still can't go.
Sergeant Wall wanted to talk, Jim. I told him about that 45 that Wilson was packing.
Wilson's clean, no prior. The 45, he hadn't registered ownership to any handgun.
They want to pick him up for questioning.
Well, we could blow our case and send him to cover.
I'm sure you can understand our problem.
Yeah, if Wilson's the killer.
Well, we've already got enough suspicion for a search warrant. We locate the automatic. Simple matter of a ballistics match.
Well, I'll admit there's enough suspicion. But suppose you haul him in, make the ballistic test, and then come up empty.
Sergeant, it's obvious that Wilson is tied into the thefts, but we need him and McAdams loose to lead us to the top.
And we're getting warm. I just paid a call on a guy with a broken arm that was meant for me.
You people standing pretty close to Wilson?
Yeah, we're keeping a constant loose surveillance on him.
All right, let me check with the captain of detectives. Maybe we can put it off for a while.
How long?
Well, I don't want to put you in a bind, O'Hare, but we're playing it close to the vest as is.
Oh, we appreciate that fact, Sergeant. Thanks. Jim, looks like you're going to have to push a little harder.
Only we're running out of time. Okay, 20 minutes. How's the message?
We should lay in something else beside baloney.
Right.
Who was that?
New voice, we gotta meet.
Join you, Mr. Ryan?
Who are you?
A man who admires the creative spirit and is sometimes a bit troubled by it.
Well, your voice does sound familiar.
That's right. It was I who called you. I've been told you're interested in joining our organization. Suppose I were to tell you that we have no openings right now.
Then I suggest you make one.
There are always exceptions. Understand we have to go over your application very carefully.
Until then, don't make waves.
Only until we clear you.
We?
You employ a man, a private investigator. A lot of doors open for him when the price is right.
You keep saying we. When do I start playing with the first team?
Who says you are?
Look, I don't care what any private investigator says. Unless I meet the man at the top, I keep holding.
The number of that locker at the airport?
And if I don't meet him, I've got a clear fix in the bottom of this operation.
Only the bottom.
You want to bust something? Kick out the bottom. Everything falls.
Is that a threat?
You have until day after tomorrow to put me on the payroll.
Eddie, don't misunderstand me. What we've heard about you so far we like, especially the way you handled Wilson and McAdams.
The Muscle Beach twins.
I'm sure you understand we have to be very cautious. That's why we're going to hold you up to the light for a good long look. Get a clear picture of exactly who and what you are.
And if it prints, send me a copy for my scrapbook.
If it doesn't, buy yourself a black tie.
Okay, Ben? Yeah, roll it on.
We got a make on him, Jim. His name is Paul Fedderson. He's a fence. Deals only in expensive, high-quality merchandise. Up until the last 6 months, he operated exclusively on the East Coast.
That's it?
On Sunday, I usually see a double feature.
From now on, this is it. Sundays, Mondays, and all that.
The guy that was driving the car, I didn't get a good look at him.
Neither could we. So we had DMV run a make on the license plates. Cars registered Elliot Wyndham.
That doesn't nail anything down.
Put suspicion squarely on Wyndham.
Yeah, but only suspicion.
Yeah, we couldn't move on him with what we've got.
Surveillance on that locker at the airport? No one's even gone fishing.
So we just have to keep feeding it quarters.
Maybe we feed it something else.
You reaching again, Jim?
Just an idea.
You got any idea when they may contact you?
Their source is checking me out now.
Paul Feddersen? He say who or what his source might be?
Private detective, no name?
You sure nobody followed you here?
Up until now, they bought me.
Yeah, and they'll sell you down the river just as fast if it suits their purpose.
I've been that diamond importer. Can you get in touch with him today?
Yeah, that's important.
So far, he's been cooperative, hasn't he?
Very.
Let's call him. Do you walk through doors?
The manager let me in. I told him we were old friends. Eddie Ryan, born in Pittsburgh, moved to Chicago when you were a kid, high school dropout. From there, you went on to bigger and better things. 7 arrests, 2 convictions, released from Joliet after serving 5 years for armed robbery. Since your release, you've had a lot of different jobs. Truck driver, short order cook.
The boys have been busy. Got everything but my middle name.
Charles. Edward Charles Ryan. Sit down.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You've been voted in.
How much?
I'm sure we can arrive at a figure.
No figures. I want a piece of the action.
Eddie, we have a big overhead. A lot of mouths to feed.
10% for every job I work.
Not authorized to make that kind of a deal.
I keep telling you I want to deal with the man at the top, and you keep showing up. Now, when are we going to stop wasting my time?
When we see how we make out tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
A score? We can use you.
Spell it out.
There's no need for you to know now. Somebody will fill you in on the details at the airport tomorrow.
Wilson?
You'll see.
I don't like it. Another job right on top of the jade.
And the diamonds. You want it in?
I'm not buying in for a quick trip back to the place.
Relax. There's no way anybody can give us the slightest bit of trouble. Welcome aboard, Eddie. Friendly guy. Almost walked in the middle of my bologna sandwich without mustard.
Yeah, tell him.
Ryan. I understand you're in.
With a no-cut clause in my contract.
I voted against you.
And I thought we were buddies.
I don't like you, Ryan. You might as well know it.
You want to talk about me or the score?
Flight 218 is doing exactly 30 minutes. When it lands, a catering truck is going to pull up at the end of the dock. Driver's one of ours.
And me?
You'll be driving your rig. Pete and I will be unloading the freight from 218. We'll slip a canister on your load.
Yeah, what's in it?
Nobody's paying you to ask questions. Just play your hand the way it's dealt. It'll look like a food canister. All you got to do is get it to the driver of the catering truck.
That's all.
That's enough first time out. Oh, and Ryan, blow it short to rear.
Getting bored, partner? Try this on 2 hours sleep. Yeah. Next time you can tail Feddersen to his house and sit on it. Well, nothing happens. That's right. The man went home and went to sleep. No visitors. Of course, I couldn't invite myself in to listen to his phone calls.
Maybe this will wake you up. Wilson and McAdams are going to try to score off incoming flight 218.
How does it go?
They're going to make the lift, pass the ball to me. I'm going to drop it off to the driver of the catering truck.
Drop what off?
Food canister.
You're going through with it? All the way?
I'm going to make them think I am. This has got to be quick. 218 gets in 20 minutes. We'll need a standard food canister.
Can do.
If what I have in mind works, it'll lead us right to the guy at the top, with enough evidence to nail him.
Our friend, Mr. Wyndham.
Well, you guess as good as I do.
Well, that'll get you some bread, Ryan.
You gonna deliver it? Do I pick it up?
Your place, 9 o'clock tonight.
Ryan? This is the guy.
I'd like to talk to you, Mr. Ryan.
Yeah, what about?
It'll only take a minute. Do you have any objections? Thanks, Mallory.
Sure.
We had a look at your background file, the personnel.
Great.
Anything when I say we, that doesn't include Mr. Mallory.
A lady told me those files were confidential.
And they will be. Anything passes between us, it will be the same.
All right, let's get to it.
Put yourself in our place, Mr. Ryan. This airport has been victimized by every kind of a thief, from dips to heist artists. Now, the line you're working for is hit with a series of major crimes. Well, that comes under the custody and jurisdiction of customs. But we have our problems, too. 5 years armed robbery, 7 arrests, 2 convictions. Oh, man does his time, learns his lessons. Some men do.
I'm clean.
Well, I just thought you might want to cooperate with us, that's all. You know, a fellow in your position here's a lot of things.
I'm the soul of cooperation.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're gonna pin a tail on me from here on out?
Any reason why we should?
Yeah, take my advice, don't. I can all of a sudden get hard of hearing. The officer asked me all the right questions. Wilson and McAdams saw it.
Could move you up in their estimation. You got any idea what you were supposed to steal this afternoon?
Nope.
Extremely valuable antibiotic drug, genamicin. Could go over $100,000 mark on the street.
That's for seat in a high-stakes game.
Question. What happens to you when the man finds out he's holding a sack of plain kitchen variety flour instead of those drugs?
You'll find out at 9 o'clock.
Playing it awful close to the edge, Jim.
The man we're dealing with is smart, man. Always deals through a middleman, Feddersen. The only way we're gonna nail him is with possession of stolen air freight.
Or what he thinks is stolen air freight. All I'm asking you to be is careful, Jim. A man at the top could decide to waste you instead of getting his drugs back. Look, we'll keep you covered as close as we can. But what I'm saying is, if it looks like you're going to get knocked out of the box, don't hesitate to duck. We'll come running just as fast as we can.
All right, Ben.
Okay.
Get in the car.
Do our business inside?
Somebody wants to meet you now. Yeah, Ryan, you're finally going to get to see the man, just like you wanted.
Yeah, well.
Got a place all picked out. Just get in the car, sit back, and relax.
What am I supposed to call you?
Mr. Blake, get in. We have a lot to discuss. You must have seen me around the airport.
I saw you once with that custom broker, Wyndham.
There was a tidy job this afternoon.
What was?
Switching those canisters, taking those drugs, leaving me holding a sack of flour.
And always bake a cake.
I admit my first impulse was to get rid of you. Permanently.
What changed your mind?
Well, maybe because I admire a man of your many talents. I assume you took those drugs to offer me some sort of proposition for their return.
Man has to take advantage of every opportunity in life.
Suppose I offer you another thought. You keep the drugs. I'll even arrange for a buyer to take them off your hands. Of course, I'll expect a little favor from you in return.
I'm listening.
I have a key to a locker at the airport. There's something in that locker that belongs to me. I want you to pick it up. I believe you're the only one who knows the number.
That's it?
That's it. Plain and simple.
Too plain, too simple.
There's no catch, Eddie. I'll be leaving the country shortly. I want to take the contents of the locker with me. You understand?
Rich get richer.
As a matter of fact, I must admit, I have managed to build up quite a sizable bank account in South America these past few months. That canister you intercepted was to have been my last transaction.
And I fouled it up.
I thought it over. I can afford to be generous to my employees, especially when they're questioned by airport security officers and keep their mouths shut. The drugs are worth a lot of money, Eddie. They can belong to you.
What about those two? They're not just going to sit by while a Johnny come lately makes a big score.
They've already been paid for their services. Well, Eddie, what's your answer?
Give me the key.
Okay, McAdams.
Eddie. Thank you. Beautiful, aren't they? Are they all here? Wouldn't be like you if you didn't take some for yourself as a souvenir. He was looking over my shoulder all the way. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Very well. Get in. To catch. Gentlemen, you didn't really think I'd let you keep those drugs. I know when I pick up a cue in a game of dirty pool. But I got one thing going for me. I know where they are. You don't. I'm sure the boys will be able to convince you to give them that information.
You can depend on that, Ryan.
I don't like cheap street corner hoodlums who weasel their way into my affairs. I especially don't like you or your tactics.
Don't I get A for effort?
How about 6 feet of private real estate? Aren't you going to wish me a good flight?
You and Mr. Wyndham?
Mr. Wyndham? Oh, my, you are naive. Mr. Wyndham's one of those fools who believes in honesty, hard work, and small profit. I gave him a chance, just a partnership. That's all I wanted.
Hey, Blake?
Stay put. Stay right there, Ryan.
Take another look in that bag, unless you intend on leaving the country with a handful of glass.
Ryan, I'm going to enjoy this.
How far are you going to get if you kill me?
The diamonds! I saw them!
Look again, they're imitation.
You're bluffing, you're lying.
One way to find out. Ever try to break a diamond? Or put them under your heel, try to break them. If they're real, you're not going to hurt them. If they're not, you got a handful of glass.
Treasury Customs.
Good. You hold him until I get there. What? Well, that's more good news, thanks. We just picked up Pedersen screaming lawyer at the top of his lungs.
You'll need a good one.
And McAdams is still talking. He named Wilson as Jenkins' killer and wants to testify.
About wraps it up.
Sorry, gentlemen, I don't understand. Why was Jenkins killed?
He had a piece from that jade shipment on him when he was found. He must have known about Wilson and McAdams, probably threatened them with exposure, but just didn't have the muscle to bring it off.
And all the thefts took place right here, huh?
Yeah, it looks that way.
But you can't be sure.
Well, we know about the diamonds and the drugs. It's reasonable to assume they used a similar ammo in the other two hijackings. But McAdams, I'm sure, will want to tell us about that, too.
Blake.
What's that, Mr. Wyndham?
Blake. He worked for me almost 10 years. Came to me highly recommended. I never once suspected he could be involved in anything like this.
At the use of your office, your car.
In the name of my firm, I spent 25 years building my reputation.
Well, Mr. Wyndham, we don't come across one like this very often.
Well, thank you for all you've done. All of you.
We have our job, you have yours.